Oh my gosh, we could have the biggest turnaround upset of the year. Leigh Wood was getting his ass beat. I can't even put it into words. I cannot even put into words what this comeback means. And you know what I was saying earlier in the fight here? Let me mute. Let's calm down. This is all real time. 7th round knockout by Leigh Wood in a fight where he was getting dominated. Looked like he was going to get stopped. No stranger to him. But I was like, okay, round number 4, I'm not going to count him out just yet. Because he's shown us before that he can come back. Mick Conlan, Mauricio Lara, where he lost the first fight, dominated or beating decisively in the second. But Josh Warrington looked the best that he's ever looked, in my opinion, in his career. I'm TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360. That was the perfect fight back to get me out of my funk. Shout out to Leigh Wood. Damn, Josh Warrington. We got to see that again. And the crazy thing is, these guys have been circling each other for so long now. Okay, so let's start it off. Round number 1, Josh Warrington comes out very aggressively. I'm talking about rocked Leigh Wood from the very beginning. Now, on the scales yesterday, Leigh Wood didn't look very good. He is a big 126 pounder. At one point in time, he competed at 140 pounds earlier in his career. He's got some crack to him, but as you can see, Josh Warrington is not known to be a power puncher. Here it is. Let me see if I can get you to, and he's going to, hold on. I got to be careful because the zone, they like to be nasty with the, oh my gosh. He got up though. The problem is he tried to disguise it. Let me see what the first shot was. Oh, it was a chopping right coming down. I'm going to find you a clip on social media where I can be able to slow it down for you. This is live real time. Here it is. See, watch this. See it? Bam. See how he came down? And he was done after that. So I was saying that Josh Warrington's looking really good, explosive, dynamic. I was like, damn, he's going to get a stoppage over Leigh Wood, and this will be a very impressive stoppage for him. I was like, it can happen at any moment now. We were going into round number 8. I'm wondering if he could have continued, though, but at the same time, he did have his back to the ref, and I wonder if the ref was telling him, turn around, because after he got up, the ref was giving him the standing 8, but then he had his, he turned his back, and he's like leaning toward his corner, and the ref is counting, you know? So I'm wondering if the ref is saying, turn around, and he doesn't turn around. But that was a dynamic knockout. I'm talking about phenomenal. Leigh Wood is the motherfucking man. Nottingham, Jerry Curl, and all. Wait, is it Nottingham? You can't say Nottingham. It's Nottingham. There you go. I've been fucking covering British boxing too long. You know, and also I identify as being half black, half Irish, and half full-blooded Chicano. For those who don't know. And you can't say nothing. It's 2023. I can fucking sue you, get you canceled. You can lose your job. Don't fucking mess with my pronouns. All right, we gotta listen to the post-fight interview. So listen, I'm all cool for the rematch because Leigh Wood was getting his ass whooped, and the rematch is going to be bigger than the first fight, in my opinion. That was dynamic. We need that. We needed that. Let's listen in. Take your time out. Like the video. Subscribe. Oh, let's turn the music down. I'm guessing he's going to do his post-fight interview. Yeah, don't even bullshit around. Go ahead for the rematch. And also, that 126-pound division is pretty fractured. You're going to have Luis Alberto Lopez, who's likely going to be taking on Robeisy Ramirez to unify the IBF and the WBO title. You have Ray Vargas, who's supposed to be not fully official yet, taking on Brandon Figueroa for the WBC title at 126 on the undercard of Demetrius Andrade, David Benavidez, Jamal Charlo, and Jose Benavidez Jr. So the rematch, politically, it makes the most sense. And for both of these fighters, here they are right here, it would make, you know, like financially, it makes the most sense. And there's no mandatory right now. And the WBA, of course, the scumbag organization that they are, you know, they want to get their taste. So, and Leigh Wood, you know what I thought? That if he lost or if he was going to lose, he was going to be like, yeah, you know what? The weight was too much for me. You know, I'm going to have to move up to 130 pounds. I thought that was going to come. Like if he would have lost, like if he would have been defeated tonight, especially by knockout, even if my gut was on he was going to move up in weight if he would have lost. But now, got to get that money, man. But the fight before, Cecilia Brakus, real quick before we go to the post-fight interviews. Cecilia Brakus, Terry Harper, don't watch that. Ew. Hopi Price was in a tough fight.
Still champion, talking up in the ring with Jamie.
Leigh Wood, congratulations, you are still world champion. You've not had it easy in this game, Leigh. You've had to climb off the floor at times when you've been handed setbacks in life. You've had to climb off the canvas in a boxing ring when things have gone against you to reach the top. Where on earth does this moment rank right now in the story of Leigh Wood?
It's got to be up there, you know. I'll be a legitimate 3-time world champion. Just like fight night, it was like my career. Started off a bit rough. We got the knockout in the end and got there, and I'm one fight away. I'm going to get my fairy tale ending. Joshua, a very tough kid. He caught me some good shots. Disoriented around the back of the head early. It was finding it hard to recover. But we got there. Joshua, a great fighter. Thank you to all the fans for turning out tonight as well.
We've seen you produce that turnaround stoppage previously. You had to pull it out tonight because maybe the tide of the fight was going against you through 6 rounds. Firstly, just talk us through the finish and what happened, because what a way to win it, Leigh Wood.
All I can say is, I got game changers, Bobby.
In terms of the first 6 rounds, you kept talking, Leigh, about the game plan, the video analysis. We know how much you're into that in the camp with Ben Davison and Lee Wiley. He said you'd seen weaknesses in Josh Warrington's game, weaknesses he probably didn't even know existed. What made it difficult through 6 rounds to maybe execute that game plan?
I knew the further the fight goes on, the sloppier he gets, and the more openings I would have. I didn't quite stick to the game plan. Like I said, I got disoriented at the back of my head earlier. I was missing offbeat movements, I was missing body jabs, but as soon as I got to the game plan, stuck onto it, the opportunities came straight away.
Now, Leigh, you said about a fairy tale. They've called you the Cinderella Man. I believe there might have been a little something in the contract heading into this fight. City Ground, the home of Nottingham Forest. Tell the man stood next to you, Eddie Hearn, what you want to do next, and this arena as well.
First of all, you know, I'm gonna have a little break. I've had 3 fights in 8 months. I'm gonna have a few holidays, tick over in the gym, wait till the end of the football season, and I think we know what's next, don't we, Ed?
Just before we go to Eddie, I just want to grab a word with Josh Warrington. Great to see the respect between the pair of you. It was amicable in the build-up, and it's great to see it afterwards as well. Josh, through 6 rounds, you look to be the old Josh Warrington, answering the questions that have maybe been posed about you being on the slide and your best days being behind you. You walked onto one there. Just give us your verdict on what happened.
Yeah, maybe switched off for a split second. The times when I felt a bit rusty, I've been out of the ring 10 months, but straight into a big one. I felt at times I was really coming into it. Obviously, maybe Leigh's tactics, maybe small rules, stop us working from inside. And then, yeah, I mean, you know, he caught a good shot, but I felt good. You know, I'm listening to count, 6, 7, turn around at 8, and he's waving his arms, and I heard the fucking clack on the ring as well. I know there's 10 seconds left to go, so I'm very disappointed. You know, I feel a bit let down, and you know, that's 2 losses on bounce there, and I don't feel, you know, it's done me justice. A majority decision, which I believe they won, and then obviously the stoppage. It looks what it is on record, but I'm just grateful for everyone who's turned out tonight, who's supported me throughout the years. You know, over 14 years we've been doing this together, and you know, they've been like a 12th man in football to me through thick and thin, and you know, I hope it ain't the last one, but if it is, I fucking love you all to pieces. Every single one of you who will be behind us, it means a lot. Thank you.
We have to go away, Josh, and have a think about what you want to do next now.
Yeah, I will do. I mean, you know, ideally I'd like to run it back again. You know, I felt like I was cruising it, and at times of that, you know, yeah, don't get me wrong, I felt rusty at times, because fucking, you know, like I said, being out of the ring 3 times. But
maybe we could run it back. It was a great fight. Everyone thought it was a great fight.
How about a City Ground?
Again, maybe we could do it again.
Josh, there was a great line from you in the build-up, and you said, me and Leigh Wood are two blokes who have come from nothing, who just give absolutely everything to win. It was interesting, there was a lot of similarities drawn between the pair of you. Two working class men who have reached the top, and you both deserve a lot of credit tonight.
No, definitely kudos to Leigh as a fighter and as a character as well. He's been always respectful throughout this build-up. You know, that's a credit to his supporters who've turned out in the numbers today. And you know, that's how boxing should be. You know, sometimes people need to be throwing tables and chairs at each other and talk shit, but we've just been amicable all throughout build-up. I know you guys haven't been happy with that. I know the zone probably wanted more dramas, but it's about what's done with these. And no, I hope he does get his city ground. I hope he gets his wish, and hopefully I hope he gets the opportunity to run it back.
Great words, Josh Warrington. We look forward to seeing you back soon, and we wait for news on what you do.
Let's have a sing song.
I wonder if we're going to hear from Eddie. All right, we're going to listen to Eddie. I think they should run it back. I think that they don't really know how big this was.
For you, I know when you represent both men, certainly two fighters that you care about a lot as well, and their futures. What was your verdict on watching that ringside? Because it was quite incredible.
Yeah, firstly, you know, boxing is the most thrilling, it's the toughest sport of all. Leeds fans, Nottingham fans, has given us the best atmospheres over the last couple of years. They've come together to witness a thriller of a fight, back and forward. Leigh dominated the first 2 rounds. I thought Josh Warrington was sensational. I had him well ahead in the fight. I actually said to Tony Bellew before the stoppage, I think Leigh Wood's done. The weight's hurting him, and it was just a thrilling knockout. Josh was badly hurt. He didn't turn round. And I'll tell you, this man here is unbelievable. Unbelievable. What he's done in the featherweight division, and it just shows you, if you stick at it, anything could happen. And for years, he's plagued me about a fight at the City Ground, you know, and it's like...
They like the sound of that.
And, you know, it's on the club as well. I know they want to do it. Next summer, the City Ground, Leigh Wood must get his chance, you know.
Could it be, Ed, against Josh Warrington?
Listen, featherweight is done. I think we know that. That's his last fight at featherweight. Whether it's moving up to try and become a 2-division champion against Joe Cordina, whether it's Warrington again, wherever it is, he deserves that chance. You know, if you look at his fights, Kanzu, Lara, Conlon, Lara, Warrington, it's an incredible run, and massive respect to Josh Warrington. He's been an absolute legend of the sport. His fans have been incredible. Leigh Wood's fans have been incredible. Tonight, British boxing wins big time. That was a thriller and just another unbelievable part of the journey for Leigh Wood.
Let me bring Leigh in just for one final one. Leigh, the atmosphere in here was incredible on both sides. In terms of all the fans who have rolled in from the banks of the Trent, followed you on your journey through thick and thin to be here in this arena tonight, what do you want to say to them tonight, Leigh Wood?
Just a massive thank you to everyone for coming out for me. Let's have a sing song.
I want to sing.
I think Leigh wants his song on. Congratulations, Leigh Wood. You're still...
All right, let me say this. First, as I said earlier in the video, Josh Warrington looked the best he's ever looked, in my opinion. Second, the rematch is bigger. I just think that they don't, you know, obviously, Josh Warrington is upset, especially when you look at his resume of, you know what, in his last 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he only has 1 win, been stopped twice, and a technical draw, you know, but he looked good. Now, what do you do if you're Eddie Hearn? I think now, does Josh Warrington move up? He's been at 126 for a long time. You know, does he say, you know what, I'm going to follow you up. I can beat you. You know, both of these guys got a chance, especially with him being 32 in the last legs of his career, or his career, as I said earlier, of being like a main eventer. You know, I think that's a risk to take. And then Leigh Wood, he can't do the weight no more. He's 35 years old. I think this is their fight. You know what? And it's under the same promotional banner. Now, I understand the Joe Cordina fight is out there, but that fight ain't nowhere near as big as Wood versus Warrington 2, in my personal opinion. Even the unification with Ray Vargas or Brandon Figueroa or Luis Lopez or Robeisy Ramirez. Nah, I can say probably this is the fight of the division. Maybe I'm just hyped. Maybe that's just me. But Josh Warrington, with the way he was, you can say, somewhat dominating, and how shitty Leigh Wood was looking, to have his Rocky moment like that, I think that's the way to go. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. I'm TstreeT Controversy with 5v360.